Good morning, everyone. Let me turn down the fan. I have the heat on in the car. This is like the first time I've had to do this in months. Give me a second, let me get on the road and we're off. It is Baltic outside. That is the term I use for it being pretty damn cold. It is currently 11 degrees. What? Oh my lord, that's not summer weather anymore, you guys. Sorry, my camera fell over. Yeah, it is not summer anymore, and I don't know, you can probably hear it, but it's also raining. So yeah, it's a lovely day. Although, do you know what? There's been days, it's rained a lot here recently, and I feel like you guys are on the same page as me that you actually quite like rainy days sometimes. Most of the time it's like you actually can't get much done when it's raining outside, but on days like today I feel like this is like the perfect weather. I feel like I'm going to be here really early. Yeah, it's like perfect weather when it's raining outside, and you can like get cozy, and it's just like a real cozy autumn day. I actually woke up this morning, this is going to be funny. I woke up this morning and I looked at my YouTube, like I went onto YouTube, and the first thing that came up in my like suggested videos was this like autumn, it wasn't like a playlist, but it was like an hour-long video of autumn sound effects. So the sound of rain on your window, crunching leaves, crackling fires, scribbling as well, which is kind of weird, but that was weirdly soothing too. That's what I listened to this morning. One of my favorite sounds is the sound of it pouring down rain outside when I'm going to sleep, or when I'm cozy in the house having like a chill day. So that's what I listened to this morning when I was like lying in bed and getting ready for the day. Sir, you're driving way too fast. I'm like driving at the speed limit, so there's no need for you to drive that quickly. Yeah, it's been a good day so far. It's still quite early actually. I just had to go and fill the car really quickly. That's one of my pet hates, is filling my car. I just don't enjoy, I don't know what it is that I just don't enjoy doing, and I do it all the time, but like it's just one of those things that I'm like, I have to go fill the car, and I always leave it until last minute as well, like when I really need to go somewhere, instead of just filling it when, you know, I can see the tank getting empty. However, went in anyway and filled the car, stood outside, freezing my little tootsies off, and yeah, we're en route now for a hair appointment. It's time for me to get my colour done again, you guys. My colour generally lasts me for like 6 weeks, and then I really kind of need a bit of a refresher. It's been well over 6 weeks since I got my colour done, and if you could only see the greys coming in fast and strong. Ooh! It's like not only the greys, but my actual colour is growing out now as well. Like there's a good inch of growth in my hair, and you can, it's fine if my hair is like super freshly washed, but I literally can't leave it for longer than a day when it's like this, or it starts to look like blah. And I feel like when my hair looks blah, I get more kind of self-conscious, if you know what I mean, in comparison to like if my skin was feeling a bit blah, because I feel like with my skin I can kind of do something about that. I can like, you know, switch up my makeup or something like that, but with my hair it's like, if I'm not happy with my hair, it's like right there, it's on my head. I'm just ready for it to be like freshened up and get my colour done, and then really soon I'll be getting my extensions redone as well. So like in the next couple of days I'll be getting my extensions redone too. It's so funny because I feel like all at one time a lot of like beauty treatments land at once, and it feels like I'm not out of a salon, but it's just because they all fall at the same time. So yeah, that is the plan for the day. I have my tea ready to go because I still don't think they're serving tea in hair salons. It's been a while obviously since I've been, but I still don't think they're serving. I have a magazine and I have my phone to watch YouTube videos or listen to a podcast or something like that while I'm there. But I was just leaving and I was thinking, oh, my phone will last, you know, I keep my battery, but then I looked and I had like 81% left on my phone, so I'm really afraid now that my phone's gonna die. That's why I took my magazine, and I don't think there's anything better than sitting in a hairdresser's and reading a magazine, because you really zone out and you're not on your phone, so you actually have the time to relax. So yeah, gonna have a nice chilled out morning getting my hair done. Ta-da! I am back home and looking much better. Oh, there is nothing that beats getting like your colour freshened up, you guys. They do such a good job all the time. It's so glossy as well. And I didn't even get the colour taken through my ends this time because I'm getting my extensions redone in like a couple of days, like 6 days or something like that. There was absolutely no point in me colouring the ends of my hair as well because these will be coming out. It's so glossy. I don't understand. I know they use Kerastase serum. I think I'm going to pick that up the next day that I'm in because I really like how glossy it makes my ends. But my roots just look so much better now. I never like realize how, not how bad my colour looks because it never looks horrendous, but I never realize how big of a difference it's going to make until it's actually done, and then you see your colour freshened up and you're like, man, I needed that fixed again. So yeah, I'm absolutely delighted with it. I absolutely love it, and I like that it's like nice and glossy and dark as well for this time of the year. So we're back in action, you guys. Back in action. Good evening, friends, from Grace and her Casper sweatshirt and her bare face. Obviously it's a little bit later on now. It is actually 8:05. Sorry, I'm getting texts through. We're getting like random texts through to phones this evening. My nan just texted me randomly saying, oh, your text just came through from mom, love you. And I was like, what? I didn't text anybody. And now mom texts me and she's like, did you text your nan? And I'm like, no. So I don't know what's happening. Clearly there's something crazy going on in the phone cellular universe this evening. Anyway, I haven't really got up to anything crazy for the rest of the day. I just got a little bit of work done at home. I took this baby out for her walk. She is pooped. She has her head like buried, wait till you see this, in her blanket. It's so cute. This is how she likes to sleep. It's absolutely adorable. It's so funny because in the evenings, like when she's like up in my room with me, she will full on try to get underneath the covers and sleep under the covers, but she, like, I couldn't do that. I would never get to sleep, so she sleeps on her little throw. But yeah, anyway, I am gonna have a very chilled out night tonight. I'm bringing back my date nights at home. I haven't done one in a while because I have been trying to get out and into restaurants and support like all of the local restaurants as much as I could, but tonight we are bringing back my date night at home. So I have dinner in the oven at the minute. I'm just having some fish and mixed veggies, some like roasted mixed veggies. I have like a ton of Brussels sprouts in, and I had the biggest craving for the crispy Brussels sprouts, and oh, I'm so excited for them. I literally just toss them in olive oil, salt and oregano, and I roast them at 180 for about 20 minutes or so. So that's how I do my like crispy roasted Brussels sprouts. They're really nice with balsamic vinegar as well if you want to do something a little bit different. But that is my plan for this evening. I want to make a little sauce for it as well, so I'm going to do that now too. Just like, actually it's not even sauce, I literally just like heat up coconut milk and pour it over because there's loads of spices on my food already. Oh, also actually I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on my skin after I got the microdermabrasion done. I keep wanting to call it microneedling, but it's not microneedling. They did not use any needles on my face. This morning, this feels very serious. I woke up and my skin, you all said it on Instagram when I put this on my stories, but you all said that my skin was going to feel incredible this morning, and it did. Like, hold on, I'm going to turn off the backlights because you'll be able to see my skin a little bit better. But yeah, you all said on Instagram that I was going to have the smoothest skin and the glowiest skin this morning when I woke up. So when I'm filming this, I had it done yesterday. OMG, it's like having the ideal base to put makeup on over. Obviously I have like a couple of little blemishes here, but they all like cover with foundation. It's not like you have to like pile makeup on or anything like that over it. But the smoothness and the texture of my skin is like a baby's butt. Like, it is, I've never felt my skin as smooth as this. I know I said it in the video, but like, damn, this is like insane. So I have decided that I am gonna try and go back and to get this done every like maybe 6 to 8 weeks or so, I'm blown away by the results of it. Absolutely love it. My skin feels so glowy. I've taken off all of my makeup, did my double cleanse, and I just have my Keel serum and my Lumine. I wish I knew how to say that. I'm gonna have to try and Google this. If any of you know how to say it, let me know down in the comments, because it really annoys me that so many people pronounce it in different ways. But that's my moisturizer. But I am absolutely delighted with the results, and I know a couple of you have been actually saying that you've had problematic skin and stuff like that, and it's really getting you down, and nobody can really tell you why you're breaking out as much as you have, why your kind of skin tone is as uneven as it is, or you have so much redness and different things like that. First of all, just realize that everybody has their issues when it comes to skin. Personally, if like you want to know what my skin is like, my skin is oily and quite sensitive as well. I never actually realized how sensitive it was until last year. So it kind of gets sensitive to heat, and it also gets sensitive to certain products. I have used retinols before and stuff like that, and it hasn't had any issues with those kind of things, and it didn't have any issue with the exfoliants and different things that they were using for the microdermabrasion. So that's the type of skin that I have, and it used to be problematic, and I used to get cystic acne when I was in like, now it wasn't very bad at all. I have had friends that have had it much worse than me, but along my jawline here I got incredibly bad breakouts when I was doing my final exams in school, so when I was around 17, 18, and also when I was in college doing exams in college. So stress tends to really wreak havoc on my body. So yeah, that's kind of what I've had to deal with my skin. So this is the results of the microdermabrasion anyway, but as I mentioned in that video, I do really think treating your skin from the inside out and also having quite a good skincare routine at home makes a really big difference. First and foremost though, just taking your makeup off and cleaning your skin at night. Even if you don't wear makeup, make sure you're cleaning your skin at night and in the morning as well. And then just drinking plenty of water, keeping it hydrated. I don't do enough of that and I wish I did. And also kind of just eliminating as much processed food as you can. I still eat processed food, but eliminating as much as you can. And sugar as well. I think sugar is a really big one. I don't eat a lot of sugar. I do eat desserts and stuff like that, but just not really frequently. And I kind of went on a mad like run of just wanting all the sweet treats like a couple of months ago, or like last month and the month before, and my skin just went haywire, and I know that's why it was. So those are the things that I have found personally affect my skin. So that is my skin journey if anybody wanted to know, and that's how I'm doing. So a little update on my skin at the moment. But yeah, just in case any of you wanted to know, because I know a couple of you have been asking what I've been doing recently, and a couple of you have been asking for updates on this situation from the microdermabrasion too. Anyway, I'm gonna go and sort out dinner before my veggies start burning in the oven, and I'm gonna pour myself a glass of Prosecco and watch a movie. Okay, we got my Prosecco, dinner is beside me, and tonight's viewing is Breaking Dawn Part 2. Good morning everybody. We're spending this morning drinking some tea, and my morning watching is on Netflix. We're watching Sugar Rush Extra Sweet. I was completely obsessed with the show when it first came out, and I'm so glad there's new new episodes of it. This is literally what I'm going to be doing all day, I think. Good morning everybody, how are we all? I have had the nicest, do you know what, actually it's not the good morning. The good morning, it's not good morning. It is 1:30 in the afternoon right now. I've had the slowest morning this morning, and it is my favorite way to spend a morning at the weekend. Like literally eating my breakfast, watching some Netflix, aka Sugar Rush, that's what I've been watching all morning, and sitting chilling and cuddling on the sofa with Pippa. That is like my ideal way to spend a Sunday morning, or going out for brunch, but today was a lazy day and I just wanted to chill out at the house. So yeah, I've been catching up on Sugar Rush Extra Sweet all morning. It's been on Netflix over here for a while, but I haven't actually caught up with it in ages, and I am obsessed with watching like cooking shows or like chef shows. Last time I said chef shows, somebody thought I said SHIT shows. No. But yeah, anything like that. MasterChef I absolutely love as well. But I've just been catching up on Sugar Rush Extra Sweet, and if you haven't watched it yet, it's so good. It's so good. It's got the like competitive edge, but it's also fun. So now I've kind of moved on to the Christmas series, which I've already watched, but I'm gonna watch it again. All of this baking, like watching it, has made me want to bake now. So I just went out and bought one thing because there's been something that I've been wanting to make for so long, and I haven't bit the bullet, and they always seemed really complicated to make, and that's why I didn't make them. But the more I've watched this specific series on YouTube, I'm like, nah, I can do that. I can totally make those. And it's the New York style not cupcakes, cookies. I'm not gonna say it right. Levian Bakery, I think that's what it is. But they're massive, big, chunky cookies that are usually gooey in the middle. So I've been wanting to make those for ages. I've never tried them, but they look delish. If any of you follow Crumbs and Doilies on YouTube, you'll know that, or is it Cupcake Gemma on YouTube? It's Cupcake Gemma or Crumbs and Doilies. The shop in the UK or in London is called Crumbs and Doilies, but there's a girl called Gemma that owns it, and she has her own YouTube channel. But they've started kind of like doing a series on the New York cookie, and they've done chocolate chunk ones, they've done red velvet ones, they've done loads of different types of ones. But the one that kind of like caught my eye this morning was, because it just seems a little bit more like autumnal to me for some reason, was the oatmeal raisin cookie, and that sounds really good to me. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do some baking, and I feel like I haven't done any baking on the channel in a long time. So yeah, we're going to get out some ingredients and do some cookie baking. I actually don't know if I've made cookies for the channel before. I made really good cookies, but I'm not sure if I filmed it. They were like cowboy cookies and just had absolutely everything in them, like chocolate and pretzels and nuts and all this kind of good stuff, coconut, oats. But this one's going to be oatmeal raisin, and I'm very excited about it. So let's get some ingredients out. Okay, this is actually more simple than I thought it was going to be, and I kind of have like all of the ingredients bar the raisins. I'm using sultanas, but you can use any dried fruit. So basically you just need some oats, baking powder, sultanas or raisins or cranberries, raspberries, anything that's dried would work good. We got some flour, caster sugar, light brown, soft light brown sugar, some butter, an egg, some cinnamon and some salt. And I'm gonna actually cut this recipe in half because I don't need all of the cookies and there's no point in them going to waste. Although you can freeze these and keep them in the freezer because we're gonna have to put them in the freezer anyway. I do actually like that you can like just keep them in the freezer, and then when you're feeling like a cookie, because they're quite big cookies, you can just like pop it out of the freezer, stick it in the oven and make one, and you've got like a fresh cookie. Nothing better than that. So I'm gonna get cracking on this. I just gotta weigh everything out now. And I think this is more in the way that you make them rather than the ingredients that you use. So it's the process, if you know what I mean, is more important than the actual, not that it's more important, but that's the important part of making these, is that you don't over mix them basically. Basically you're kind of going to want to make sure it's quite crummy, and then you add the eggs at the very end and mix it together, but like not for long, so that it doesn't be over mixed, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyway, it looks quite easy. So I'm gonna leave the actual video where they make them down in the description box. It's literally like an 8.5 minute video, so it's not like you have to like watch it for ages to try and get the hang of it, but it should be fun, and I'm really excited to see how these turn out because I'm really craving cookies and these just look so good. Okay, we have all of the ingredients ready to go. So I've got all my butter. This is super cold. I just took it out of the fridge. I have my sultanas. This is all of my like dry mixture. So the oats, the flour, the baking powder, salt, cinnamon, all that kind of good stuff. And then this is my sugar mixture. And then I have a beaten egg as well. So Super simple. I like to have everything like ready to go before I stick it into my mixer. You can do this by hand. They say that they've seen people do this by hand and it is equally as effective. So don't worry if you don't have a mixer, but I use my KitchenAid and I love it. This is how your cookie dough should look. Oh, this looks so good. So I'm just gonna roll this out. They actually tell you to roll it into, sorry, they don't tell you to roll it, they tell you to squish it into 100-gram balls and then stick it in the freezer. Technically you're supposed to stick it in the freezer overnight. I'm gonna do it for a couple of hours because I can't wait till tomorrow. So let's get to squishing these together. And they say the reason why they squish them together and they don't roll them is so that they can like crack when they are baking, basically. Okay, that's them ready to go. I actually had 10 grams, or sorry, no, I had 60 grams of extra dough, so I just divided them amongst these 6 balls. So these are 110-gram balls ready to go into the freezer. And this is the part that I don't want to do because I wish instant gratification and all that I could just eat them right now, but they're gonna taste so much better once I can take them out of the freezer later on. So I will catch up with you later when we actually bake them. Okay, whilst we are waiting for those to freeze/cool, I think I might actually just take Pippa out for a walk because that will take my mind off the fact that there are cookies in the freezer and I really want to eat them. She's barking outside because she's seen me in the window. I just let her outside to go to the toilet and she's seen me in the window and she like can't comprehend how she can hear me but she can't see me in the same place as her, so she's just barking at random things outside now. I'm gonna go throw on my runners though. Oh, I haven't shown you these, but if you follow me over on Instagram you'll have seen them because so many of you are asking me about them. But I got a new pair of slippers from UGG. When did I get these? A couple of days ago. They are the most comfortable things on the face of the earth, you guys. I really needed a new pair of slippers because my last pair were from UGG as well, but I had them like for about 4 years and I just really needed a new pair. But they lasted me really well and I love them. They're so comfortable, super fluffy and really great quality, but I just needed a new pair of them. And I actually spotted these specific slippers on, I don't know if any of you follow her on Instagram, Emily Gemma, and I really loved them. So I decided to treat myself to a new pair of slippers because there's something that I wear literally every single day. There's not a day that I come home that I don't put on my slippers. So these are my new slippers. These are the Cosette slippers, I'm pretty sure, and I got them in the shade Oyster. Usually I'm between a 7 and an 8 and I went for an 8 just because Pippa, what are you eating? I went for an 8 just because they're pretty fluffy and I don't think you can go wrong with kind of like going for your bigger size with these type of things. But they are so comfortable. They got a really good sole on them as well. They're not like super flat or anything like that, and they're very comfortable. I've literally been wearing them constantly. So if anybody's on the lookout for a new pair of slippers, I definitely recommend these ones. I think they come in maybe 4 different shades. I think they're in a black, a cream and a pink as well, but I really like these. I thought they were like quite neutral and they just have UGG here on the side. So yeah, I love them. I link them down below for you if you want to have a look at them. And these here leggings are from And Other Stories because loads of people have been asking me about this set recently, but just in case you missed it in my last kind of like haul, it comes in a pair of leggings and a sports bra as well, and I went for a normal size in these. But anyway, I'm gonna take little Missy out for a walk and get her out of the house for a little while, and then by the time I get back it'll have been, well, I'll not be out for a couple of hours, but at least it'll be like half an hour that I'm not thinking about wanting to bake cookies. for a taste test. I cannot wait any longer. They smell incredible. Look, I have a little photo shoot with them already. I think when you open them, OMG, they are so gooey on the inside. Oh my god, you guys, they are insane. Get yourself down to the description box and watch that video and make those cookies. Even if you're not a fan of like raisins or sultanas or something like that, they are like, when you bite into it, they're like little chunks of toffee almost in it. Oh, they're so good. They're really buttery. It's like those like underbaked cookies. That's the kind of, and I love those types of cookies. I'm not like a crunchy cookie type of person. I'm like an underbaked cookie type of person. They're amazing. I'm so happy with those. So yeah, as I said, I'm gonna leave the link to those down in the description box for you if you want to have a little look-see. But I think I'm gonna leave the vlog here for the day. I'm gonna just chill out for the rest of the evening. I'm gonna go take my makeup off and I am going to make myself some tea and enjoy the rest of this cookie, because I don't want to eat it like all right now on the camera, because I want to save it so I can like eat it with my tea and watch some Netflix. So that's what I'm going to do right after I finish this vlog. So let's do a quick question of the vlog before we go. Okay, I said I would answer this one because I've been getting it a lot recently, and I have replied to a lot of you that have asked it just in the comments. But this question of the vlog comes from Hannah Pittner, and Hannah says, I love your videos. Thank you so much, Hannah, especially how you balance authenticity and positivity so well. I always like, not that I question myself when I hear that, but I never intentionally try to do anything. I'm just like showing you my day and doing my own thing, but I'm really glad that that comes across though. Hashtag question of the vlog. What does your makeup artist look like, or your makeup artist job look like right now? If you're not able to, do you miss it? Thank you for your question, Hannah. So I'm not actually practicing makeup anymore, as in like I don't do makeup for clients or anything anymore. So previous to lockdown, which started here in March, YouTube had become my god, I dog. YouTube had become a really large focus for me for work, which I'm really grateful for, and I absolutely love it. So then in March I had to stop doing makeup because we weren't allowed to do makeup anymore. So I was doing both at the same time, and then restrictions were lifted here for makeup artists last month, and I decided not to go back to it. So YouTube is again still a very large focus of my like day-to-day job and what I do for work, but I also do other bits of work that I just like to keep a little bit more private, that I was also doing prior to lockdown and then all throughout lockdown as well. So yeah, I'm not doing makeup anymore, but YouTube is still like the same as it was beforehand. Like it's the same amount of, or I still spend the same amount of time on YouTube, if that makes any sense. And then there's the other side of work that I just like to keep on the DL. I like to just keep it a little bit more private and personal. So yeah, that is the story. I do miss makeup to an extent, but I still get to play with it a lot. Sometimes I feel like when you aren't doing something for work, you kind of start to enjoy it a little bit more, I suppose, with makeup. Not that I lost the joy of doing makeup, but I probably lost the joy of doing makeup on myself, if that makes any sense, because I was doing it on other people all the time. So it just kind of, I got to let my creative juices flow, I guess, on clients and stuff like that, whereas to do my own makeup, it was just like fire it on, get it on. I wasn't really interested in trying new products for me, whereas now I'm really excited to buy new products. I'm really excited to buy new skincare and try new stuff out. I probably won't change my makeup look up drastically because this is how I like to wear my makeup, but I love trying new products, and that was something that I had probably lost, not a love of, but I just didn't do it anymore for myself personally, which was weird. But yeah, I hope that answers your question, because I know a lot of people have been asking that recently. So thank you for asking, Hannah. If you want to do a question of the vlog for my next video, make sure to comment down in the comment section using the hashtag question of the vlog, and I will answer one then. But now I'm gonna make my tea and eat the rest of those cookies because they're so good. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you are new, or if you haven't subscribed to the channel but you've been watching for a while, I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, because I'd love to have you back again. Anywho, I'm gonna go, and I will see you all again really soon in my next video. Bye.